Hey, my name is Dan. I used to work at the biggest dealership in the country, and now I teach fine folks like you how not to get fucked when buying a car. In this video, I want to talk to you about the concept of car buying apps. An app where you go and you buy a car from an app. Is that a good idea? Should you use it? The answer is no. Now let me explain why. One very simple reason. Because you cannot negotiate and you do not get the best possible deal. Simple as that. Let's say you want to get a beer. You go to a Walmart, you buy yourself a 12-pack. Very affordable, very easy. Now let's say you're at the concert and you buy a beer. How much is that beer gonna cost you? $10, $15, $20? Why is it so much more expensive? Because there's very limited amount of places where you can buy beer at the concert. If there was 570 vendors selling beer, that beer would not cost $15 a beer. It would cost a lot less. But because there's only few vendors, maybe 5, 10, 7, very limited amount of people who are selling this product, that means the price is going to be much, much higher. It's not just the demand. It's also supply. Those 50,000 people at the concert are gonna go home and drink 99-cent beer. But whenever they're at the concert, because the amount of supply is very limited, that beer is gonna be much more expensive. Same thing with car apps. When you're going to a car app and they're telling you, we have 12,000 vehicles for sale. Woohoo! Or we have 5,000 vehicles or 20,000 vehicles or 50,000 vehicles. Holy shit! That's a crazy number. You're gonna get a great deal. While they have 10, 15, 20, or even 50, I don't know if anybody has 50. I am just pulling this number out of my ass. I don't think anybody actually has 50,000 vehicles for sale. The highest one I have ever seen was like 20 something. That's not even close to what I can get through Google. Why would I buy a car from a place that has limited amount of cars? Why would I do that? Literally, it doesn't make any sense. I could go to Google, go to all the websites that I use half a dozen websites to search car countrywide. I use 6 websites to search for a car nationwide. Why the hell would I limit myself to 12,000 cars, 20,000 cars? Why the fuck would anybody do that? The concept itself is flawed. The concept of buying a car with a limited, very limited amount of available cars is just a bad concept for you as a buyer. For sellers, it's great because the smaller the amount of cars they have, the more they can jack up the prices. The more cars they have, the more sellers there are selling cars, the more competitive market is. It's simple as that. If you go to Craigslist and there's only one Honda Civic for sale, it's going to be more expensive. But if you go to Craigslist and there's 150 Honda Civics for sale, the price is going to be much lower. I used to live in a city where there's 500,000 people in a county. That's in a county. The city had, I think, 250, maybe 270. I moved to Miami, where now in the same area, there's over 6 million people. Here in Miami, cars are 30 to 40% less than they were in the place where I lived. Why is that? Because there's more competition. When there is more competition, prices are going down. When you're going to a car app to buy a car, there's less competition. That means prices are gonna go up. Simple as that. Do not use any car apps to buy a car. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up below and click the subscribe button over my head, or watch one of those 2 videos if you want to see more money saving tips about cars. This is Dan with 60 Minute Car. I'm signing out and I'll see you on the internet.